Hey guys, I'm April from Giggle Glitter Graphics, and today I'm doing a flip through of my Twilight Herbarium journal. I've also got a bonus freebie for you today. I've used that freebie throughout my journal. It's a little ephemera pack for you. And if you would like to get that, you can head to the description down below and sign up for my email list. If you're already on my email list, don't worry, this freebie will be sent to you around noon today. So this journal measures about 8.5 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide with a 1 3/4 inch spine. And she did get a little chunky, so I kind of wish I had done a 2-inch spine, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm still very happy with the way this journal came out. Lots of little goodies in here. I used a combination of my Twilight Apothecary project kit, my Twilight Herbarium junk journal kit, and my Twilight Herbarium add-on kit. I also grabbed a bunch of fun stuff from my stash. I thrifted up a lot of supplies, so I used tons of those items in this journal. Let's start our little tour on the cover. I did a pocket on the front, and it's a little bit of a hidden pocket situation. I doubled up on my imagery there and cut out the bottle so that I could have a tuck to put some things inside, which include this mushroom envelope, and then there's a little card in here. And this little book that I made with a sheet from the add-on kit. I thought that came out super cute. I'm going to flip over to the spine really quickly. I did kind of a tie-in binding. I am going to share a junk journal with me video on Monday, and it shows a lot of the process of making this journal. So if you like and subscribe, you will get notified when that's available. But there is a tie-in binding here. I used twine. It has these little silver threads in it. I thought that was really pretty. And then the cover itself has green fabric that I picked up at the thrift store, as well as this netting with gold foil on it, which I love. I thrifted this up, but I did find this on Amazon. So it is currently available. It's a beautiful material. I'm going to flip to the inside cover and have this cute little file folder to go with my theme. So my theme is a herbarium that's also an apothecary. And there's lots of little goodies, little pieces of paper and things like that in all of these little folders. And herbarium is a place to study plants, but I wanted to also do like a little apothecary theme. So I mixed the two together. There's some more goodies there. And I'm really happy with how this theme came out. And there is one more little file folder, even more things. This is part of the Twilight Apothecary project pack. I'm going to flip over to this page, and this is one of my favorite things in the journal. I mixed vellum and transparency paper, and there is my little note on what a herbarium is attached to the bottom there. And I do show how I make this in my video that I've got coming out on Monday. I'll slide that back under there. And those are real pressed flowers. I wanted to incorporate them in at least one place in the journal. I think this is the only place I use them. They are kind of delicate, so I didn't want to get overzealous with them. I have lots of really fun lace. The thrift store has been super kind to me, and I've got some mulberry paper here with some plant matter in it. I use several different kinds of mulberry paper throughout this journal. Some tags and cards in this pocket. And then I did a little collage work at the top. Little label at the top there. There's a lot of really great digital papers in these kits. I love all the texture that's in those. Fun belly band. I added a little lace to the bottom of that. I've got a couple things in my pocket here. This was a freebie. You can find that on my YouTube channel. Just a little apothecary rack. So cute. Again, love these papers, all the little storage drawers with the dried flowers in them. And I had a lot of fun making clusters for this. I show that in my Journal with Me video as well. Some washi tape. This is a handmade paper with an antique finish. I picked this up on Amazon. One of my favorite materials. Little of that gold foil netting. And then I've used a lot of this. This was a scarf I picked up at the thrift store for a couple of dollars. I always like to look at the scarf section. There's some really interesting materials in there. I'll give you a close-up of this belly band I made out of a cluster. My kits have, the add-on kit has these Latin names for different plants. So you'll see a lot of that kind of scattered throughout the journal. This is just a piece of cardboard, like food product cardboard with some stamping and some graph paper. I thought that was a nice addition. Really goes with my theme. Here's a large flip made out of that scarf. I really love the texture of that. I can flip that up, and if I wanted to hide some goodies under there later, I could. Couple more tags, little lace tab, and this gold embroidery floss. I love this because I knot it and then it kind of frays out. I like that look, so I use that quite a bit in this journal. I have a washi sticker here on my pocket. A little more washi tape. Here's that netting again with the gold foil, used as a tab. It was really versatile. I was really happy with how many ways I found a use for it. Another pretty piece of paper. Here's another one of those projects from my project kit. This one kind of flips open, has some goodies inside, some cards and an envelope. More things inside the envelope. Lots of little pieces. I love having lots of little things to discover as you go through. Got some bottle tags on the sides, and then there's a pocket tag that slides into the back here. And that's got even more little goodies in it. I layered this on top of a book page, and you're going to see a lot of this used as well. I had a book about flowers, a vintage book, and I pulled a lot of the pages out, the index pages. I used some on the front cover, as well as some of the charts and graphs. I really wanted the names of the flowers. You can see I layered some of that under here. You can't see it as much. You can see all the names, and then I covered them up with lace. So we've got some more washi tape and this gold rickrack I picked up at the thrift store. I got all these botanical stamps at the thrift store as well. I think they're kind of like a Temu item or something similar. Another pretty digital paper. I've got some labels scattered through here about different experiments and things that you might do if you're studying plants and then creating things out of them. This is one of my favorite clusters. It kind of is a little big, I guess, to be called a cluster. So it's more of a big piece of collage, but another strip from that book about plants, and then several other elements all layered together. This is a paper I dyed with purple food coloring. So just like you would coffee dye paper, I just used food coloring instead. A couple of little plant drawers. I really wanted to create the sense of going through the drawers and cabinets of this place, of this herbarium slash apothecary. It's a pretty piece of vintage lace. I'm not sure what that used to be. It was already cut up a little bit when I got it. And here I've got another tag, little collage work, and this is handmade paper with flowers pressed into it. Made a corner tuck out of a tag. Here I've got a paper clip that I just attached a little tuft of fabric to. And then this is a pull-out. This is part of the add-on kit, and then I've embellished it. The pull-out page, there's a couple of these in that kit. And then I just glued it in as a pocket. I've got my plant book paper there and some cards. A little more collage work on that purple paper. And then this flips, and I embellished the tab area and then added a couple more pockets with those drawers in them. Put a little bit of lace at the tops of those. Another pocket drawer with a card. This time I used one of the labels as a tab. You're never constrained to whatever something is marked as when you use digital kits. You can fold anything over and make it a tab. I did it with some of these little ephemera pieces and some of the labels. This is a fun page. There's some coffee dyed paper that I use stencils on. And then this one is attached, this mushroom card, and then I've got a couple more cards in the pocket. Oh, there's another one hiding back there. Little label. And this is one of the 2 pocket tags that are included in the add-on kit. A couple of ephemera cards there, plus this little rounds piece. I just added a little washi tape to the handmade paper. It felt a little empty. And here I just really wanted to show off those flowers that are pressed into the paper. So I decorated the top and left the rest of it plain. And here's another page where I did a large collage work. There's this huge fussy cut of a flower, and then I've got a stamp and that index page. I've pulled a piece of that off. Just a quick little punch. More washi tape. I'm not sure I'll be able to list all the washi tapes whenever I post the journal with me video. I have a large variety. They all came from Amazon. This is another scarf. I think it's the only piece of this I used. I should have used some more, but I love this. All the little dangles. We're at the halfway point on the journal. This is a folio that's part of the Twilight Apothecary kit, and I just slipped it under one of the strings for the binding on this journal. So it kind of nestles in there nice and neat. And I did add a little Velcro dot, where is it? Right about there to hold it. Oh, there we go, right about there to hold it shut. So that way it's not kind of flopping around. And here's the other side of it. This is just jammed full of ephemera. I had a little fun here and made a fabric pocket out of some more of a lacy material that I had a bunch of. And I like how that came out. There's a couple of goodies in there. Another great apothecary shelf. Oh, and I love this cluster with the gold foil tool. And then there's some more pressed flowers in there. I really wanted those to be able to be seen. A little bit of washi tape on the other side. I've got this packed full of goodies. Here I've used one of the envelopes as a flip and put a couple of things in here. I think there's something else down in there. I'm not sure. But got that as a flip. This is a pocket. I just don't have anything inside of it. And then I did a little bit more of that gold foil at the top. Here is a cluster used as a tuck, a top tuck. And you can see the back side of this envelope here. I put a seal on the end of it, and I've got a card up in the tuck. It's another envelope. So cute. A little more washi and rickrack up there on that dyed paper. It's that purple again. Another collage piece. I had a lot of fun with collage in this one. And this lace is just crazy. My sister gave me this. It's actually sticky on the back. It has a peel off strip on the back of that, which I found really surprising. Some more pieces of that scarf. Lots of little goodies jammed into the pockets. This is vintage seam binding tape in green. I was really excited to find that one at the thrift store. And here's a cluster that I'm using as a pocket. This is another envelope, card inside. I have a little apothecary scene on this pocket. And then I used a couple of those little ephemera pieces as a tab and glued them back to back on the paper. This is the other side of that piece of paper. You can see there's a couple little petals on this side. Another lace flip. I layered that sticky tape lace on top of it. And then there's paper underneath. And now we're into the last signature. There are 4. Each of these signatures has about 5 or 6 papers in them, and it still got really big. I tried to be conservative, but it got away from me. This is a really pretty piece of mulberry paper. Lots of plant matter in that. Got a belly band and a card on this side. An envelope. Lots of little goodies in here. Kind of packed that one full. This started off as a cluster and then it kind of got away from me. So it ended up being a whole ephemera piece on that antiqued handmade paper. I've got a couple more goodies in the pocket. Another pretty digital paper. So many tags and pieces. And this paper is gorgeous. I love that. Here I mixed some washi tape with a fussy cut and some lace on that handmade paper. This is my second pocket tag. This is one of my favorite center spreads with all the mushrooms. Oh, I got a little sticky there. Another tag, a little tab attached. Washi tape and one of those stamps. And here's my second pull out. Put a pocket on this one and then filled that with ephemera. This is a dictionary paper. Again, just some packaging, chipboard, dictionary paper stencil, and put a little seal at the top to finish it off. And then tucked all of these into this one pocket. Over here, got my little mushroom card, added some more of that lace on the edge of this one. And then flipping this way, I made a tuck out of this bottle fussy cut, added one of the labels to it. There's a couple more goodies, some rickrack as the tab on that one. And then I added a flower in this area. Just felt like it needed a little something extra. Added some lace to my paper clip. Just a simple little cluster in the corner there with a stamp and label. And then there's a bigger cluster. Again, some of that index paper and some of the, I include sheets of cluster making swatches that you can tear out. So I've used those in my clusters as well. And then I've got the lace flip. Getting towards the back here. Another big collage piece. This is all glued in. It's the other half of that really pretty mulberry paper, the puddles. Big flip out of that scarf. And we've hit the back of the journal. And on the back cover, I've got another piece of that index paper and the pouch from my Twilight Apothecary project kit. And this pops open and has a ton of little ephemera pieces inside. And then I glued it in as a pocket, and so I could put this bookmark in the back. Then I'm just going to flip to the back cover, and here I did another hidden pocket. I doubled up on my back panels. And I've got some goodies tucked inside of that pocket as well. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my flip through of my Twilight Herbarium journal. Again, you can find links for all of the kits that I used in here, as well as today's freebie, in the description down below. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video.